channel. So in this video, you'll see snippets of us bouldering, lead climbing and doing some Ninja Warrior work because we were actually filming this on the last day of our level 2 certification. So if you're intending to take your level 2 or level 1 certification, we actually made another video answering some commonly asked questions about the certifications. So you can check out our previous video in the link, I think somewhere up here, up there, yeah. So anyway, moving on, we were climbing at GroundUp Climbing Gym and they're located at 60 Tessensohn Road inside the Civil Service Club. And when you first walk in, you'll actually be greeted by their top rope wall where you'll see climbers doing top rope climbing and also lead climbing. And then also next to the top rope wall, you actually see this little ninja playground, which is also where we got to hang out with some of our course mates on the last day of our level 2 certification. And here you'll see some of our friends. They are like Gabriel, Louisa, and our instructor Casey.
Ivan also.
And Ivan too, yeah, and Ivan. And then Dasha, we're all just playing around lah. So next to this top rope and lead climbing wall, right, if you walk in, there's actually this little cafe. But it's quite funny because their cafe, they don't actually sell food. But it's quite nice vibes lah, their vibes quite nice. And then there's like, at the end of it, there's this little staircase where you go up and then you'll be greeted by their training wall. So these training walls, I think, is mostly circuits. There's a little bit of an overhang there as well. Yeah, and then if you walk in a little bit more, then you get to see their toilets, and then you go up staircase to their second floor. Yeah. Third floor, I think third floor, yeah. So that's where you'll see their bouldering section, and that is also where we managed to do a little bit of bouldering after our level 2 certification. And now we're just gonna talk you guys through some of the boulders and the routes that we did. It wasn't a great session because I think we were both, and Dasha's as well, I think we were all very tired from 2 days of climbing. But nevertheless...
And the Ninja Warriors.
Oh yeah, and the Ninja Warrior, because after we entered the course, then we went to play with the Ninja Warrior. Then after that, we went to boulder, so we were all very tired. But nevertheless, these are some of the routes that we did. And then, yeah, we're gonna start talking through them with you guys. Alright.
So this first boulder is a black boulder and it's I think green tag, which is V something, which is typically lower grade than I typically climb at BFF. But also because this is on an overhang wall and we don't really get that much experience on overhangs, so I'm not sure whether the grades are stiffer at GroundUp or it's just because like we're not sure how the routes are set, or not used to overhangs, or we're not fresh. So we were mostly climbing like below our grade compared to our grade at BFF. This wall itself, you'll see that I put quite a few heel hooks compared to Dasha's, who only uses one heel hook, I think, after the first move. So he throws his right hand here and then he goes for the heel hook on the left foot, I believe. Yeah, so you can see our styles are quite a bit different. I tried to use, he didn't even heel hook, yeah. I tried to put my heel in as many times as possible. The heel hooks really do help to bring your hips closer to the wall, which I feel is quite beneficial when climbing on the overhangs. But at the same time, like, I also don't have that much experience on overhangs, so I could be wrong, and let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Yeah, but in the end, we both managed to send this boulder, which wasn't too hard, so I thought maybe...
I could do it too, but I couldn't.
You really couldn't get the first throw on the right hand.
So this was actually my best attempt already, because previously I was using the rental shoes and I really couldn't start at all. Then after I changed to Dan's shoes, then I was like, okay, I can at least like get my feet up there. But then that was the furthest I could go, and I think a lot of it was due to a lack of core engagement, because I found myself just really using my arms to pull myself out a lot, and then I'm just trying to use my toes to, like, stick my toes onto the volume. Throughout the whole process, I wasn't using my core at all, and my hips weren't very engaged also, so I think that might be why. So I didn't manage to send that boulder, and then now we're gonna move on to the next route.
Yeah, so since we managed to finish the previous one, which was the green tag, so I decided to try this light blue tag, which is one grade higher.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna try the green.
Same thing. Where's the green? Where's the starting? Starting is here.
Okay. Go.
It was pretty much at my limit already. I think my hands were already opening up. Yeah, I should have gone for a right side on the heel, a right heel hook on the where the starting hole on the right hand is. And I did do that after I saw someone else do it. But after that, then after you match the hands, then you need to keep your left foot on the foothold. I will try to highlight it in the video now. And I just couldn't open up my hips that way. I'm not sure why. Yeah, so like here, you get my right hand up, then my left leg is supposed to go up immediately to maintain. Yeah, but I just couldn't. My hands are already opening up already on that. I think I'm just way too tired and also just like not used to the area.
No! I think after that we moved on over to a little small wall by the left side of the gym. It's pretty...
It's a rat. It's a rat.
A rat.
Yeah.
What's an a rat?
It's like a corner where you climb. So like sometimes people like to climb on the corners of mountains or like even like a pillar or a column. Yeah, so you see the corner here.
So this boulder, okay, so this rock,
It
it was yellow tag. When I first saw it, I don't think it was very hard. Like it doesn't look very hard lah. But I really don't know why I was struggling so much that day, and I think I was just using a lot of my arms. And okay, the holes, right, they aren't really like very deep, but they are okay. They're actually okay. And then if you see, right, I'm not using my foot at all because I think like at the back of my head, I really just hate these dual texture like holes, like footholds or boulders. I really, really hate them. So every time I see something that's like shiny, right, immediately I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore. So now, okay, now Dasha's doing it, right? He's using his legs a lot more than I am, and also he's stronger than me lah, for sure. So as you see, right, so when he's stepping his foot in, you see his knees are actually over his toes. So he was able to move his body over, like shift his weight over. Whereas for me, right, I didn't even try to lean over to my left side. I was just really locking myself at the boulder towards the back. So then it sets me in a very weak position to even go for the next one, especially on a day when I'm already so tired. Yeah, so Dasha's did manage to send this boulder. And then now we're gonna move on to the next boulder.
So this next boulder is the white color tiles with the green tag. And all of us decided to give it a shot. The first move is like it's not exactly a dyno, but kind of, you need to throw pretty high. And it helps that like Dasha's is taller, so he manages to hold on with his right foot when he goes for the next tile. Compared to me, like I'm barely, like that's pretty much my maximum height already. And coupled with like very, very tired fingers, I think the top part is not that difficult, but I just think that we were way too tired for it. Like now looking back, I just like can't believe that I didn't actually send this. And it's quite tragic that like we went back like 2 weeks later to do our ABD verification, and like I was like, please, like the two boulders, the one previously and this one, like please be still be there. But both of them were gone. So yeah, I did manage to send this, and it'll always be one that I remember. Yeah, so you see Dasha's doesn't really have a problem with the first move. And I think he manages to get his foot further than mine. So our hands both make it to the same high point, and he managed to get his right foot on the small tile at the finger there. Yep. Even though the right hand is pretty good, I think we just didn't have the strength, we didn't have the power left to do this. And the first move itself, it really drains me because like I have to cut my feet loose to even hold on to it. Yeah.
I gave it a shot as well, but obviously I was just like testing lah. Yeah, and I think the fact that my finger didn't even have the strength to, I guess, cushion that little bit of that swing shows how weak I am. Yeah, tired or weak. Yeah, compared to them. And that's why I say weak, right? Yeah, and I really just wasn't engaging my legs at all. I was just, trying to depend on my hands to cushion that swing. So yeah, I didn't get it anyway lah. Yeah. So moving on to the next boulder, it's a white route with a green tag. I was the one, I think I tried it first. Then, I tried it because I thought like, maybe something I can send. I can finally send something, right? But then the boulders, while they don't look that bad, in real life they're actually quite bad lah, in my opinion.
Like a B plus, like a B plus. It's not that bad, but I think it's only big enough for like one hand to comfortably hold it, and they force you to make this match from the right hand to the left hand to move up.
Yeah.
And I think, so like from the ground, it's a little bit difficult to read. Like I'm not too sure when to match and when to cross over. So we were both discussing it and we were trying. I believe this is the send. I do start with the match on the right hand, and then after that I move over. Yeah, so you like really need to navigate your two hands to make sure you hold on to it. So, but the good thing about this is that this boulder is set on the more slightly vertical section of the wall. So it's something that I'm more used to. I'm more used to climbing on the vertical, especially since like BFF is mostly vertical walls and less steep. And yeah, I managed to send it in the end, but it was quite a fight at the top as well, because the holds are not great, but they are not bad either.
Yeah, so I think Dan was the only one who managed to send his route, and yeah, both Dashes and I didn't get it.
So I think we can talk about GroundUp a little bit as well, just in general, like how you feel about it. I think GroundUp, they recently opened their outdoor top rope or outdoor lead wall. Yeah. So I'm not sure how high it is. From the pictures, it looks somewhere between 15 and 20 meters. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you are interested in doing lead, now they have that wall open, so I think it's more interesting. Indoor wise, the top rope and the lead walls are relatively short. I believe they're only like 8 to 12 meters high. So I don't think the indoor route climbing is that great. But for the bouldering section, it's actually pretty robust. The downstairs portion of the bouldering area is more training, so they don't really have like problems for you. Rather, they have like circuits, different routes, as you all saw just now.
Like a manual board lah.
Yeah, so if you are there for like endurance training or training for bouldering and you're like very focused for training, I think it's not a bad place to be. There are 2 sections for training, and then upstairs there are the problems with, and they have a wide range of training tools as well. They have the campus rungs, the wooden rungs to do campusing.
Yeah.
They have hangboards on the outside of the room.
Yeah, so it's like the bouldering section, right?
Yeah.
So okay, you come up the stairs, bouldering section. Then after that, at the back, like the side here, they have pull-up bars. Then they have some weights. And then hangboards also.
They have like all the hangboards. They have like the Beastmaker 1000, 2000. They have the moon board. They have boards I don't even know. So, and the bouldering section itself, like the section with the problems, is not that big. So it's maybe 1 wall, 2 wall, 3, 4, maybe about 4 to 4.5 walls, but it's relatively small. So in terms of size itself, number of climbing walls, I would say it's about maybe about 2/3 or more than 2/3 of BFF size. It's not big, but there are quality routes. So the routes they have quite a big range of problems and grades and types of walls as well. So they have deep overhangs. They even have a roof climbing section, which we went in this video. This time that we went, the routes were way too difficult for any of us to even attempt on the roof. But the next time that we went to do our ABD verification, there were a few routes which was climbing essentially upside down, which was really cool. So yeah, even though the area is not big by any means, it's actually quite small. The walls itself provide quite a bit of variation in terms of angle. So it's actually not too bad a place to, if you want to go there as a member or go there regularly to train, or just go there in your gym rotation. Price wise, I think it's competitive. It's competitive with other gyms as well. So
GroundUp, I think if you are someone who's just only into bouldering, it might not satisfy you as much as say like Boulder Plus or like Boulder
they
World.
are way bigger, so it's difficult to compare. So
yeah,
whether or not you're a new beginner or quite advanced climber, I think there's a route for everyone over there.
So this brings us to the end of our GroundUp video, and what is going on? What is going on? Look at that just. Okay, I'm gonna do it and you're gonna say Don't forget to like and subscribe.
No, I'm not going to.
Come on, Arjun, come on. Okay, don't forget to.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Alright. Bye.